I do, Mom. Acting upon information received, I led a raid at 7 a.m. last Sunday upon the address of Miss Garrett and Mr. Knight. Having entered the flat without the use of force, my colleague, D.S. Pierce, found a quantity of heroin, some small plastic bags, and a set of scales in a shoebox in the airing cupboard. As he will confirm...
Hang on a minute.
Please wait, Mr. Knight.
This led you to believe that Mr. Knight and Miss Garrett had been dealing heroin.
This confirmed the suspicions that had triggered the raid, yes, though they have both only been charged with possession.
So why are you telling them? Those charges have been dropped, right?
Aware that the CPS isn't proceeding with the supplying charge, Mr. Knight.
So why is she trotting it out now, making us guilty without even being tried for it?
It is admissible evidence, Mr. Knight, despite the dropping of the charges. Carry on, Inspector.
Then it's admissible why the charges were dropped, isn't it? Tell them that while you're at it.
Inspector Johnson doesn't speak for the Crown Prosecution Service.
She knows what we're talking about.
When I told Mr. Knight and Miss Garrett the severity of the punishment for supplying, they became very cooperative.
We had a deal.
No.
She was all over me, on my side.
I was trying to help.
My friend there said if we came across with names and addresses, she'd speak to the CPS about the supplying charge.
Which I did.
Then why are we still talking about it?
Miss Garrett...
Why are you trying to take my kid away? Because we started dealing once? Haven't you ever made a mistake?
Much though we all appreciate your feelings, it would be better if you spoke through your solicitor when he's questioning the inspector.
Thank you, Ma'am. Perhaps I could please all parties by asking if Miss Garrett and Mr. Knight have indeed been cooperative.
They have been, yes.
And will this cooperation not now continue?
I rather doubt it.
Two addicts.
Well, she's obviously used to shifting for herself. And she's come on rather rapidly for a girl her age.
Too rapidly?
No. She's not psychologically upset in any way.
Yes?
She does seem to be rather well informed about sexual matters.
What?
That'd be worth looking into, I think.
What are you talking about?
I thought you were supposed to be on our side, you prat.
Mr. Knight.
I'm on Tasha's side, Mr. Knight.
In brief, we find that Tasha is well loved by her mother, who now stands a greatly better chance of keeping on the straight and narrow. And given certain assurances, we would suggest that this application is adjourned.
She's done it.
Application for interim care order is refused, and this case is adjourned until the 14th of next month. Thank you.
Does that mean I can go with my mum?
Yes.
What about me? Don't I have a say anymore?
You, Mr. Knight, are rather more likely to find yourself on the receiving end of further charges.
She set me up. We've done a deal or something.
You'll have your say, Mr. Knight.